2 o'clock in the morning, Saturday. It's really nice. Yeah, it's real nice. I like it. Got my cars. I did a night shift. And I was able to work. I was able to work 13 hours today. It's for my back. Keeps me cool because it's leather seats, so at least the air conditioning can go underneath. Keeps me cool. Got water. And back here, a lot of room. 13 hours doing this. I'm gonna rest right here and then go see my son tomorrow teaching karate class. So it's about 2 o'clock. Typically I'd be working, but I did 13 hours, so I was already a little tired. This is what I look like. I don't know if you can see this. So it's like these very comfortable shoes. My friend gave these to me. And my friend, yeah. And this breathes really well. They're like very elastic. I could actually do splits in these, which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna do it. But anyways, I did splits earlier actually. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm having a cigarette. So, okay. Anyways, that's my car. Let me close it. 13 hours doing this. Rewarding. It's Saturday night, so people are very entertaining. People are very friendly. People are going out. I took these 3 ladies from a cowboy rodeo. It was a black rodeo. They're doing hog tying a calf and riding a bull and stuff like that. So yeah, and then I could rest in here, but I'm gonna walk for about 4 hours till 4. It's about 2 right now. Then I'll rest for a little bit. I wake up at 6, and then I meditate, and then I'm gonna shower and then go see Brandon. But let me turn this off. Okay, here's what I need. Okay, so that's my work schedule tonight on a Saturday night. But typically I'm working till like, sometimes I'm just working through 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I get up at 6 and go do a couple more rides before I pick up Brandon. But all right, so this I really need to tell you. Thing that's really difficult right now is because I'm gonna take Brandon to a trip to San Diego, right? And here's the issue. The issue is his mom, Summertime, is trying to prevent that from happening. Now, we scheduled it over a month ago, and we told her. I had Brandon tell her, and just tell her versus going through the Wizard app. Funny, it's called Family Wizard app. To put it, to put it on the app, So, but the thing with Summertime is she just was like telling me what to do, of like get a hotel or pick him up at this time. I'm like, stop telling me what to do. I'm gonna see my son. I'm gonna see his grandfather. So, and then she lied in court to say that I physically abused Brandon. And I didn't want to say anything. She's got 2 restraining orders. And anyways, I sent her the message, which is basically stop telling me what to do. Schedule change, or just schedule change, not a problem, but just don't tell me what to do. Don't say go get a hotel, you got to be back at this time. I'm like, listen, this is my son, we'll be back at a reasonable time so he could go to school the next day. I'm his father, so we're spending time together with his grandfather. So yeah, the thing I was thinking about, this is what I'm thinking, is this. Okay, first things first, for me to respond to this email from Summertide is very challenging. She's like trying to get a hotel. You didn't get a hotel, so I'm not going to approve it. You can't go. Like, she's trying to tell me what to do. I'm like, the email that I wrote, it's long. The gist of it was, Summertide, you have a restraining order. You're not supposed to contact me. You're not supposed to harass me. You're not supposed to tell me what to do. I already told you, don't do that. And I don't want to tell the courts this because you're going to get in trouble and you're going to have to spend time in community service and then lose the apartment. And I go into much more detail. Like, hey, I don't want the kids to lose the apartment. I told her all this in the email. So I said, don't be calling the police. Please come. I'm going to show them the email. Like, you're harassing me. And I told you to stop. So, and it's like I told her to stop like 20 times. She just still keeps sending that to me. Before that, the reason she got a second restraining order was because she sent me 100 texts, and every time I'm going, stop sending me, stop, just stop. I don't even argue with her. I just say stop. But she's just like trying to tell me what to do, how to raise the kids, all this stuff. And that's the email, okay? But the thing is this. First things first, she's not my wife, okay? And she's trying to tell me how to parent my child. I raised the kids. I raised all you guys, okay? I raised you. She wasn't. She was trying to be an actress or waitress, or, she wanted to be a flight attendant. It's like, okay, well, I'll raise the kids. I don't want to hear her telling me how to parent my child. She doesn't know. I raised him for 4 years or 3 years or something like that. And I took him to ballet classes, taught my children karate. They're black belts. Okay, taught them how to cook, taught them how to write. Like, I don't need your advice or telling me what to do on how to raise my kids. You weren't a parent. Okay, she's not a parent. She didn't raise the kids. I did. So that's that one. But it's challenging. I basically said, don't send me another message. Every time you send me a message, you're violating the restraining order. I don't want to hear you telling me how to be a parent. Of all people, I don't want to hear it from her. She wasn't a parent. Like, I don't want to hear a homeless guy telling me how to raise my kid, right? Or whatever, right? Or a homeless guy trying to teach me how to do karate. Or, a homeless guy, a drug addict or something like that, trying to teach me, this is how you cook. I'm like, no, I'm not going to listen to you. I'll listen to Gordon Ramsay. I'm not listening to you. So don't tell me, when I could pick up my kid, where I could send him to, the karate school, which I was teaching. Karate competitions, dance competitions for Alexis and Ashley and Natalie, ballet, cooking. Like, I'm teaching them how to do all this. So that's that one. The other one that I want you to really understand, and I'm really specifically talking to Alexis, Ashley, Natalie, okay, as girls, okay? I hope you're watching this video. As girls, women, this whole narrative about the modern woman is completely wrong, okay? Unless you're going to be a boss and a CEO, if you act that way, it's like, in any company, would you hire, an assistant or a secretary or somebody that acts that way? Unless they're running the company. And unless you plan on running a company, okay, you don't act that way, okay? Because they will get fired, okay? That's one. Two, if you get a boyfriend or a husband, and okay, well then, if you act like you're running the show, it's like, well then you gotta run the show. Are you gonna run the household? Like, are you gonna run everything, make the money and everything? If no, okay, there is a CEO of a company, and it's like, even if it's a company of two, husband and wife. So if you cannot follow his direction, then you better be able to run the company completely by yourself. Otherwise, you got to follow direction. Vice president of the company follows the president's direction. He gives advice, but he follows the president's direction. The VP of marketing, vice president of a corporation follows the direction of the CEO. Okay, if you can't follow direction of a husband, you're not going to have a husband anymore. If he's smart, he'll fire you. You get divorced. And that's what goes on. Okay, so if you can't follow the direction of a husband, you're going to have to follow the direction of a boss, which most likely is a man. It's not going to be a woman. You're going to have a job for the rest of your life, because no man will want you, because you can't follow his direction. Okay, single lady. You're gonna be a single lady, okay, or a single mom, because you can't follow direction. Now you have to follow direction of a boss. You have to go get a job to support your kid or yourself. Okay, women don't understand that. It's like, you either follow direction of a man or you follow direction of another man, which is going to be your boss. So unless you're owning a company, you're going to be working for a company. I don't care what it is, whether you're a waitress, whether you're working at a company, a corporation, a law firm, anywhere. Accounting firm, dental firm, you're going to have a boss, and most likely it's going to be a man. So you're going to have to either follow direction of a man, or your husband, or you're going to have to go get a job because you're single. Okay? And you're going to have to follow direction of that man, which is your boss. And he may be an asshole. Okay? You're going to have a job. So it's either you follow direction of a husband and you stay at home, but whatever he says, you do it, because you got to follow directions of a man. If you can't, then he's going to leave you, and then, or you divorce him, and then you're going to have to follow direction of another man. And you have to, otherwise you're going to get fired. Okay? So this is advice. And that's the thing that I got to tell you. I taught you how to be Alexis Ashenet. I taught you how to be strong, smart, creative. Ashley's a writer. Alexis cut the sword, dance. Natalie dance, karate. That's great. And cooking, all that other stuff. But you have to be able to follow directions. Okay? That includes me. If you can't follow my direction, then you're not going to follow your husband's direction. Then you're going to have a job for the rest of your life. You have to follow your boss's direction forever. Okay, until you're old. You're going to be a 30-year-old woman. Okay. Now nobody wants to marry you. Okay. 40, 50. Maybe not thinking that far. But if you're a 50-year-old woman, you're working as a secretary or a waitress or, bartender, they couldn't follow directions, so now they have to have a job. Okay, instead of being able to be a family person, a household, what is it called? Like Donna Reed or whatever, just, the traditional home where you're able to raise your own kids, right? And support your man and have a nice, wonderful home. So, uh, yeah. So that's the other thing. So just think about that because you if you can't follow my direction, Summertime never follow my direction. She'd in fact do the exact opposite of whatever I said. Let's do this. She would do the opposite. And I can give an example, but anyways, I kind of nickname her Miss Opposite Girl because if I said let's do this, she'll do the opposite. She would purposely not follow directions, and she'd get mad all the time. So now she has to follow directions at work, at her job, as a waitress. Nothing wrong with being a waitress, but she could have been home raising the family. Okay. So, that's the struggle, obviously I'm dealing with. And I'm not talking bad about Summertime. I love her. Okay. But, she refused to follow directions. And so she has to follow directions at a job. I would have been with her forever. I want to raise children with her. So, just think about that. Menopause kicks in and, the personality changes, but she was like that before too when we first got married. Okay. And I'm cautioning you that you don't repeat that same pattern, that you're mean to the guy, and the guy's trying to do as best he can, and also not only are you mean to him, you can't follow directions, so then he's gonna get a divorce. You guys are gonna break up. It's like stress. Okay, and then well, now you have to go get a job. So you have to support yourself. Okay, it's fun when you're a teenager. I'm not a teenager, but I get early 20s. But after that, if you want to raise a family, there's a small window of opportunity to raise a family. And in China, Japan, 25, it's like you're called leftover woman. You could not get married. Nobody wanted you. So, yeah, I haven't talked to you girls in a while, but, so it gives me the opportunity to talk to Brandon. So that's good. Not talk, but work with Brandon exclusively without having you three there or one of you there. So I could concentrate my attention on Brandon, which has been a blessing, really. So I'm not mad or anything about that. It's just like, no, it actually worked out. I'm just working just with Brandon, which is great. You teach him fighting stuff and all this other stuff. So anyways, we're talking about Summertime. So the thing is, yeah, I just don't, I'm not going to be listening to her advice, and I told her to stop. It's basically, hey, listen, I'm not your friend. Don't tell me what to do. You ignore a phone call. I'm trying to block her, and she won't let me block her. She's trying to say all this stuff to me. Tell me what to do. I don't want to hear what to do from her. I know what to do with my son. So, anyways, that's that one. I wanted you to know that. Much more detail, obviously, in the email I sent her. Hopefully she stops. She usually does for a little bit. So I threatened. I said, if the courts find out that you keep violating your restraining order, I told you not to contact me, you keep doing it. If I let the courts know, you're gonna have to do community service. Okay? And you have to go through a trial, and CPS is gonna have to, talk to Brandon. It's like, oh gosh, did he take the phone away from you? Yeah. No. Yeah, he did. Did he actually did he hit you? Did she take the phone away from him? Yes. That's child abuse. That's emotional child abuse. You're not supposed to do that. To prevent a child from talking to a parent, seeing their grandfather. It's like you're isolating a kid. Don't do that. The grandfather wants to see him. Have him see his grandfather. Right? Have him see his grandmother. Right? So she's preventing all that. She just did it to me. So that's the trauma. I'm like, stop talking to me. I don't want to listen to anything you want to say. And she keeps messaging me. It's very rough. Yeah. So anyways, I sent her that email right now. Hopefully it stops. Listing, hey, you have the restraining order, not me. You're not supposed to send me this stuff. I already told you to stop. I don't want to listen to it or read it. Don't send it to me. And she keeps sending it to me. So yeah, one time was 100 texts over the course of the thing. I go, stop. She won't. So that is a very attacking, abusive person. When you tell them stop talking to me, they keep doing it. It's like, it's too much. Not only too much, I just said don't tell me what to do. You're not my friend. You're not my wife. You were mean to me. I don't want to hear what else you have to say to me. I don't want to hear it. And don't tell me how to do it with my son. Don't tell me about parenting. I know how to parent. You don't. My place was clean. Summertime's place is a mess. They don't eat together. The place is a mess. My place was clean. Looked great. So that's parenting. Plus I taught them how to cook. Plus I, played with them. Had barbecue, swam with them. It was great. I was trying to be the best father I could possibly be. Barbecue, birthday party, making videos, swimming, cooking, writing, watching movies. Okay? So I'm trying to be the best parent I could possibly be. There was no more time I could squeeze in for another activity. I'm not like most dads sitting there, I'm not like most dads sitting there, watching football while drinking a beer. I was like an very active father, taught him how to cook. Yeah, teaching him how to cook was fun. I loved that. Yeah, Alexis, Ashley, Natalie, and Brandon could all cook. I taught them how to cook. It's great. And I taught them karate. Great. Loved it. Okay. Anyways, that was probably it. I really appreciate you listening to this. And if I'm talking to Alexis, Ashley, and Natalie, this is what I'm going through. Hopefully that was a lesson. Hopefully you're listening. If not, you're gonna have to listen to a job. Okay, a manager at work. You can't just sit at home all day long. So just like Natalie's in school, if you don't listen to the teacher and get the grade, you fail the class. You still have to listen to the teacher. So I gave you some advice right now, so hopefully you listen to that. And then anyone else that I know is watching this, Dr. Mai, this is what I'm going through with Summertime and Brandon. I just want to take them to San Diego and take a train trip up and down. And she's like, no, you can't do that. You got to get a hotel. I'm like, don't tell me what to do. We're going to be on a train. We're going to be camping out at the beach in an RV. She's telling me, no, you can't do that. You got to get a hotel. I'm like, don't tell me what to do. It's horrible. We want to cook on the beach and stuff like that. So anyways, I am here, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.